Good afternoon and welcome to our special council meeting for Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. I will call the meeting to order at 5 p.m. First item on the agenda item 1.1, Land Acknowledgement. The town of Coaldale acknowledges that we are gathered on the lands of the Blackfoot peoples of the Canadian Plains and pays respect to the Blackfoot peoples past, present, and future, while recognizing their cultural heritage, beliefs, and relationship to the land. The town of Coaldale is also home to Métis District 1 Foothills. Agenda item 1.2, conflict of interest declaration, pecuniary and non-pecuniary. Are there any in the room this afternoon? None declared, thank you. Agenda item 2.1, under the acceptance of the agenda. We have the special council meeting agenda for today, December 17, 2024. Are there any additions or deletions? Seeing none, could I get someone to make a motion that council adopt the special council meeting agenda for December 17, 2024 as presented? Councillor Avery makes that motion. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Carried unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to agenda item 7.1 under bylaws and policies. We have our Chief Financial Officer and Deputy CAO, Kyle Beauchamp, presenting on Utility Rate Bylaw 908-C-12-24, considering third reading. Kyle, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thanks and good evening, Mayor and Council. So we do have the utility rate bylaw for 2025 presented for third reading. Again, the changes highlighted in the bylaw are in yellow. I don't have anything further to add, but be happy to take any questions from Council if there are any.
Thank you. I'd like to have you go through the highlighted items item by item so that everybody around this council table understands.
Sure. So in the solid waste services, the rates, so the first change is in the domestic rate. So the total monthly fee of $29.50 for compost, garbage, and recycling would stay the same. But there is a change in the allocation for the additional bins. So should a resident request an additional bin over and above what they had, we have changed the allocation of the charges based on what our actual costs are going to be for 2025. 5.1.4, we have updated the charge for an additional bin. So from $136.50 to $157.50. So if a resident does require an extra compost, garbage, or recycling bin, they do pay the extra monthly fee, and they also have to pay the cost for the extra bin. Moving down to commercial. So in the past, what we've done is charge $59.15. Be levied for 2 garbage pickup and 1 recycling pickup per week. Since commercial businesses, we don't require you to have a specific stream as we do for residential. It's more we've changed it to more a la carte menu. So you can see here that commercial businesses now have the opportunity to pick and choose what they want. So if they just want compost or garbage or recycling, they have that option. Gives them a little more financial flexibility in that means. Finally, down to the water meter fees. So these are the costs for the water meters should they be installed into a domestic or a non-domestic consumer. So the average water meter for a house would be up to 1 inch. That's increasing from $675 to $695. It's been a number of years since this rate has increased, but as our costs go up, the town must increase our rates to keep up with the costs that we are ultimately charged. Further, then, if a resident or business does require a larger meter, over 1.5 inches or over 2.5, you can see the price for those are increasing as well. And along with the water meter is the replacement fees. So if a meter is broken and does need to be replaced along with the MXU that does the actual reading between the water meter and the device that picks up the reads. Again, those haven't been increased for a number of years, but as our costs go up, we do have to increase the rates to maintain the cost that the town is charged. And that is all that we're requesting to be changed for this bylaw.
Thank you. I'll open it up to members of council for any questions, comments. Councillor Pickering.
Thank you, Mayor Van Rijn. Through to Kyle. I just have one question. On that water meter, the device that the town uses to pick up that, if it stops, it's up to the town to repair that, or is that homeowner's responsibility?
If there's an error between it's like if it just breaks and it's just broken, like, and it's no fault of the homeowner, then the town will come in and put a new one. But we've had instances where the resident has manipulated the device or has damaged the device in the past. Same with like a water meter. So if we find something like that where it's at the fault for the resident, then they're responsible for their replacement fees.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions, comments? See none, could I get someone to entertain making a motion that council approve third and final reading of utility rate bylaw 908-C-12-24 as presented? Deputy Mayor Chapman makes that motion. Any further discussion? See none, I'll call the question. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion is carried. Seeing that there's no other agenda items, I will require someone to make a motion that council adjourn the meeting at 5:07 p.m. Councillor Pickering makes that motion. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you.